Alright guys, welcome back to another tutorial episode that I've got. If you've bought the decal sheets from us or from myself off of pocketprologger.com, this is going to be one of the videos, probably I'm thinking third or fourth video in this series. You just saw that how to strip these helmets, and what we're going to do today is put these decals onto said helmet. It should be a pretty quick one. I'm first going to run through the difference of the decal sheets before you get into it and you start printing and you start wasting paper and you're like, why isn't this working? There's two kinds of decal sheets that you can get. I use, obviously mine is Micromark, but there are two like sub things you can do when it comes to water slide decal paper. There's color, it's actually will be called white, and then there's clear. So whenever I'm working with a shell that is white or yellow or maybe gold or something like that, I always make sure to use clear decals, especially if it's white, because then these colors will just pop right off. This white right here goes away, and you'll see what I mean here in just a second. That's why when you see these decals for UMass, the white spacing will not be visible, because even though the shell is white and the paper is white, it doesn't mean that it's going to be the same color of white, if that makes sense. Like, it'll just be kind of this awkward looking thing. So what I do is I use clear decal sheets for white. If you have any questions about that, let me know. On the shop, I did end up putting the Independence set on there, and that's what we're working with today. I do have an order for Independence, so you'll see something like this. This needs to be on clear. You'll see on the back it says clear, and then later, obviously not on stream or anything, I've already done this, but these right here, like New Mexico State, UConn, Notre Dame, all needs to be on white. And you can tell the difference between, like, because if you, here, I'll pick it back up and I'll give you an example. If you make this UConn, for instance, white, or on a clear paper, the C is going to be gone. When you try to put it on, it's supposed to be a navy shell. The C is going to be invisible. So all you're really going to get out of this is like this silver outline, and it's just not going to work. Same with this, the pistols for New Mexico State. The white of the handle and the outline of the gun and everything will be disappeared. The only thing you're going to get out of it is maybe some a little bit of the maroon that's inside of the logo. But then, even then, when you put it on a maroon shell like that, it's not a guarantee that you're going to get it. To get that color, you're going to get like a muted maroon. Water for myself. So that's the difference between the two decal sheets. I'm going to show you how I apply my decals and stuff. Pretty easy to some pretty standard, actually. Let me get out I have to find a white face mask somewhere out of this mess. I found one. So we're going to take the white mask off of this ACC shell. I just use factory shells. Finding that the new quote-unquote LA Chargers shell that they've got out there in stores works really, really well for whites. It just comes right off. Oopsie. Too much stuff. I can't wait to move. Okay. So there's that. But yeah, that LA Chargers one is not. It's a ripoff. I would not recommend it. I would either make it yourself or find somebody who makes a good LA Chargers for you. So here we are. We'll put our mask. You always put your mask on first when you're working with stripes. If you're just working with decals, it doesn't really matter to me. But then what you're going to do, you're going to take some room temp tap water or any other kind of water. You're just going to set it in there. I don't set it in there for too long, or else I find that it like makes it really thin and sticky and not easy to apply. So when you put it in water, you take the shell like this. I will do my best to show you. You slide your thumb. Watch how it's coming right off. So I'll show you guys that in the camera. The decal part is sliding off. The paper part is gone, just like that. So you just slide it out, position it the way you want it. I always cut it first though. And this one, because I got so excited about doing this video, I did not cut it first. So if that does happen like that, you just tuck it up under, dry it, and then when you spray clear coat on it, it'll be easier to just cut right off. So there's that. I'm going to make sure that it is straight. Just like that. Put your thumb there, kind of keep it taut a little bit. You come back here first, or at least I do. You come back here, you press on the crease. You can see on the helmet there's that little crease right there, and sometimes the helmets need, or the decals need, a little help adhering to that. And we'll do the same thing here, just like that. And you're really lightly, I cannot stress lightly enough, you're just kind of dabbing. I do like a little push and roll type of thing, and that'll get, you'll see like some wrinkles and stuff. That would be the air escaping from the water underneath the decal. So you press and roll, and then I lightly, once that's all done, I lightly go back over it to make sure that it stays on just like that. And that one's done. So yeah, we got this. For these little decals, I kind of take them in the water. I just kind of splash them around for a few seconds, take them off, put them here. Your decals positioning on your helmet, I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want, but I go for accuracy. So accuracy, it'll be like the top of the face mask right here, above that a little bit, and in the center. And you always need to make sure that it is tilted backwards, so that when it's on the ground, or players are wearing the helmet, it'll be it'll face like flat, face even, or horizontally, I guess. And then same thing, very lightly come through, touch it up. That's basically it on that side. I'm gonna take care of this right now, because oh, I guess I can tuck it in there. That's okay. It was bothering me. And then again, once I usually cut it, I'll measure it. You'll take the stripe and you'll bend it all the way around, and you cut off the excess. Like I said, got a little excited, but sometimes I do that. And what I usually do after I spray it with clear coat, I'll show you the product here in a minute. I take this X-Acto knife and I just cut it right there. I won't do it now because the decal hasn't set on, but that's what I use. If you notice, I'll show you here in a second what I mean after I revisit this stripe. Help it out a little bit. So again, like I said, this used to be an LA Chargers, the one they got out in stores. I don't like it. It's not what it is. Kind of a ripoff by me. There's no numbers. The bolt isn't right. There's no nothing. The yellow on the mask isn't even the same yellow. Just like that. Cool. And that should just come right. Knock on wood. There you go. Come right off. Much better. All right, I will show you what I mean by the colors and stuff on this decal. So like I said, right here you're seeing white on the paper, right? I'll show you what I mean when I say that it does not, you cannot rely on white color or bright color. So it's wet now. Watch what happens when I pull it off. That's gonna make me look like an idiot. There. That's a good example. The white is gone because it's the paper. The white isn't there because it's the decal. The white is there because it's paper. That's working with clear decals only, basically. That problem. With other decals, you'll see, like if you go back to the video, you look back at my Yukon. I put the Yukon logo surrounded by whatever color the shell is going to be. In this case, it is navy. So I do that because even when you kind of miscut or you get a little lazy or anything like that, it will still be the same color as what you're applying it to. Like, you don't want to put it on an orange background and then put it on a blue shell like this. It just doesn't make any sense. So be conscious of that. There's some tips on how to do the decals and stuff, setting up your sheets and everything that come with the micro mark instructions and everything. So this person's going to be very happy at it. And that'll be basically how they set it up. I use this product right here. This is Def Clear Wood Finish. Gloss, not semi-gloss. If you want matte, I use Rust-Oleum. You can test around different products. Some people swear by the crystal clear. It's like that. And that's like the best when it comes to not letting things yellow. Sorry, I'm drinking so much. I turn off the air in here just to do this. So yeah, that's basically it. You'll also see in your packet on pocketprolocker.com after your purchase, you get 3 PDFs. You'll get the 2 decal sheets I just showed you. I'm starting with FBS. I know I mentioned in the last video that I didn't know where I was going to start with. You also get this front bumper set. That's what goes on every single front. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh, NFL helmets. These are all Chargers helmets. I've got 5 more to do today. You'll notice that the Rydell on them is not there all the time. On the college ones it is. I don't know what that is. It's got to be some licensing or something like that, because I'm sure that not every obviously not every player wears a Rydell helmet. I mean, you got your Schutz, you got your Visiks, you got all sorts of things. So, and again with this, and the front bumper decal sheet is colored, by the way. It's on a white. That way, even when you're putting it on a white like this, or you're putting it on an NFL shell, it'll still match. And even when you have to paint a helmet, you will still be okay. But this takes practice, a lot of practice. Your helmets aren't, I mean, be patient with yourself. If you're just starting this hobby, or if you just want to try it one time, or if you're revisiting an old technique or something like that, or trying this for the first time, be patient with yourself. This does take a lot of practice. And yeah, so that's how you do that. That's how you make basically a 2019 UMass Pocket Pro helmet. And that will go out here soon to the customer. So, okay guys, that'll be it. That's it for this part. We will catch you all in the next one. Maybe.